Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Saturday morning practice. Good morning, Deborah. Nice to be back. So, those of you who've been with me know that we alternate from week to week. We spend about an hour or so doing exercise while sitting down, and then we do the last part standing up, and we alternate between what's called YJJ, Jing, which translates into exchange of the tendon. It's actually not tendon, it's exchange of the energy within the fascia. Okay, it's the wrapping of the muscle and the intestines and the nerve and all that. And then we alternate that with the breathing exercise. And so today we do some pairing. We pair YJJ with some joint exercise, something that we used to do, we haven't done in a while. So I want you to first focus on your body, bring the body and the mind together. It's very important for you to understand that we spent an hour and a half together meditating. It's just that we meditate both in motion and we meditate also in sitting in the static position. So I want you to bring your mind. I want you to feel the bottom of your feet if you're sitting on a chair. I want you to feel your thigh, your knee. If you're sitting on a cushion like I am, I want you to feel the bottom of your hand, your fingers, and then I want you to bring your attention to the bottom of your spine, and then I want you to walk up the spine slowly, all the way up to the neck, to the top of the head. As you do that, I want you to stretch the spine, and then lean back slightly, and then relax. Now we're going to be doing joint exercise, starting with the wrist, then the elbow, then the shoulder, the neck, the back, all of that. So I want you to focus now on the center of your palm, and then I want you to bring the hands up together with your mind slowly, all the way up, totally aware of what you're doing, all the way up to the shoulder level. Now I want you to focus on the wrist, and then I want you to rotate your wrist one at a time. So this is not as much about the muscle around the wrist as it is about the energy points, both the inside and the outside of the wrist. So as you rotate your wrist, I want you to focus on that. Focus on the change in your body. See if you can sense any heat, sweat, numbness, tightness, or even pain. One at a time. One at a time. One at a time. And then now just slowly turn the other way, one joint at a time, one rotation at a time. Very slowly, very mindfully, anchoring your mind on the wrist. Now I want you to lower your hand, but before you lower your hand, I want you to make sure that your mind is actually at the center of your palm. Bring it back down. Once again, stretch your spine, open the shoulder, relax the shoulder, lean back slightly. And then now anchor your mind onto the center of your palm. Bring up your hands slowly, all the way up to the shoulder level. Now I want you to shift the focus onto your elbow. Anchor your mind onto your elbow. Rotate your elbow one at a time. Start to feel the difference, the changes in your body. See if you feel any pleasant feeling or any unpleasant feeling or any neither pleasant nor unpleasant, neutral kind of feeling. But whatever it is that you feel, I want you to just accept that feeling and then let go of the feeling and then focus on the next rotation. Okay? What's past is past. And then now the other way, very slowly. You will find that actually when you do it slow, it takes more effort. And then now I want you to focus on the center of your palm again, and then bring the hands back down. Once again, stretch your spine, open your shoulder, relax your shoulder, lean back your upper torso slightly. We're going from the wrist to the elbow to the shoulder now. So once again, focus on the center of your palm. Bring up your hand, crossing your hand. Follow the center of your palm. Bring it up, eye level, all the way up to the top. And then I want you to stretch. And then come down. As you come down, focus on the center of your palm. Turn the wrist a little bit, as if you're touching the two walls on the side with the center of your palm. and then bring it back down, relax. Once again, bring up your hands, following the center of your palm. Stretch, and then open the shoulder, touch the two walls with the center of your palm, and then back. Follow the hand again. Stretch, bring it back down. See if you can lock that elbow, okay? Stretch the elbow, lock the elbow, and then one more time, bring it back up. Stretch, open the shoulder, touching the walls with the center of your palm. And now we're going to go the other way. So follow your hand, follow the center of your palm, open the shoulder very slowly, very gently. Stretch, and then come back down. As soon as you come back down, I want you to learn to relax. And then stretch, bring it back down, follow the center of your palm, open the shoulder, up, stretch, and bring it back down. Now open the shoulder, relax that shoulder, follow the center of your palm, bring it from the front to back, all the way up, all the way above your head. And now open that shoulder as much as you can. Bring your hands back as much as you can. Feel the pain on your shoulder. Let go of the pain. Come back to the center of your palm. Bring it back up. Open the shoulder. Feel the pain. Accept the pain. And then come back to the center of your palm. Don't let that pain become suffering, okay? If you hang on to that pain, it becomes suffering. So open the shoulder, feel the pain, let go of the pain, let go of the pain, come back to the center palm, bring it back up. Open one last time, as far back as you can. Don't be afraid of the pain. Embrace the pain, but let it go. Let it go. One more time, okay? One more time. Let's try that. Open the shoulder, feel the pain, let go of the pain, come back to the center of your hand. Sit up straight again. Open the shoulder, relax the shoulder, lean back up the torso, put your hands as far back as you can, bring it up, stretch, bring it back down, all the way back, follow the center of your palm, bring it back up, stretch, bring it back down, all the way to the back, bring it up, stretch one last time, down, back, all the way up, and then down. And then relax. Now we'll continue with the meditation, except that earlier when we're doing the joint exercise, that's meditation in motion. We're actually moving the body. So when we move the body, we anchor a mind onto a body. Center your palm, the wrist, the elbow, the shoulder, or when we're standing, the bottom of your feet. Now we're going from that to the static. So once we're sitting, we're standing, we're lying down, that's static. When we're walking, we're doing exercise, that's dynamic. So as soon as you come back to the static, I want you to anchor your mind onto your breath. So remember that. When you're in motion, anchor your mind onto the body. When you're not in motion, you anchor your mind onto the breath. Why is anchoring so important? I think I told this story once before. When I was 15 years old, I immigrated to the United States. I was born and raised in Macau, a Portuguese colony on the south side of the Pearl Delta. On the north side of the Pearl Delta is Hong Kong, which is the only city that has an airport. So in order for us to come to the United States, we actually had to take a diesel-driven ship across the Delta into Hong Kong. And I actually had taken that a few times before. And so we came to the United States in June, and then by August, there was a storm, and a very, very bad storm. And so the ship that we were on, they knew enough to let go of the passengers, but they thought that it would be best for them to bring the ship back into Macau. And so they were bringing it back, but it got to a point where the storm was really, really bad. So they anchor the ship next to a big island. So anchoring is important. When you're in the middle of the storm, you need to anchor your ship, because otherwise it flows in all kinds of damage. Unfortunately, the wind was so strong that it broke the chain of the anchor, and the ship went adrift and flip. And there were 90 sailors on that ship. 80 of them died. Half of those, they couldn't recover the body. Now, this is holiday season. Typically, in holiday season, we have a lot of emotions, good or bad. And that's like you're in a storm. And you need to find a way to anchor your mind so you don't let your mind adrift and be overcome by that storm. So meditation is all about anchoring your mind. This is the first step. Anchor your mind first. Anchor your mind onto your body when you're moving. So when you're walking, you're going to Costco, you're pushing your cart, learn to anchor your mind onto your hand as you hold onto the rail, or anchor your mind onto the bottom of your feet as you walk. It's an exercise. Okay. Or when you're sitting down waiting for the doctor to show up, anchor your mind onto your breath. Okay, it's very important. Two things. Now, once again, there can only be, you can either emotion or you're not. When you're in emotion, you anchor your mind onto your body. Pick a spot. The easiest spot is is your hand, or your feet, or the bottom of your butt. Okay, depending on what you're doing. Now, when you're not moving, when you're standing, sitting, or lying down, you anchor on your breath. When you go to sleep, lie down, straighten up your body, and then try to anchor your mind onto your belly as you go to sleep. Okay? So you can practice meditation 24 hours a day, depending on your posture. Okay? Depending on your posture. Human being is the only species that are capable of all postures. Walking, which includes exercise, standing, sitting, lying down. So why not practice in all four postures, right? All right. So now we're going to start on the next set of exercise. And the next exercise consists of three traditional Shaolin internal exercise. The first one is called double blade. So you open your shoulder, you relax your shoulder, you lean back your torso so you're not hunching, right? Now you bring your left hand up and you stretch out your right hand. Now it's very important that you separate your left brain from your right brain. Okay? Turns out that there's a chamber between the two halves, and that chamber we will need to use later as we let the chi rise into within the body. So left hand, right hands. Okay, now don't move the left hand. Move only the right hand. Follow the center of your palm. Make a nice big circle. Follow. And then now open. Bring it as far back as you can. Feel the pain on your shoulder. Accept that pain. Let go of the pain. Come back to the center. Step straight. Now right hand stationary. Left hand. Once again, rotate. Make a big, nice circle. Follow the center of your palm. Open that shoulder. Feel the pain on your shoulder. Let go of the pain. Let go of the pain. Come back to the center of your palm. Anchor your mind onto the center of the palm. The pain on your shoulder is like the storm. You need to anchor your mind, okay? Otherwise, you would be overcome by the storm. Now, once again, right hand. Open the shoulder as far back as you can. Accept that pain. Welcome that pain. Embrace that pain. Let go of the pain. Let go of the pain. Come back. Open the shoulder, feel it, accept it, and then let it go. Sit up straight, right hand, feel it, accept it, and then let it go. Left hand, open as far back as you can, feel it, accept it, and then let it go. Two more times. All right, around, feel it, accept it, and then let it go. One last time. Feel it, accept it, and then let it go. Back to the steady state. Anchor your mind onto your breath now. I know I'm breathing in. I know I'm breathing out. One breath, two breaths. The second exercise is called throwing the fist. So bring up your right hand. Make a fist, a soft fist, okay? And then now we're going to throw the fist, but when we reach the end, we open the fingers so that the energy can travel. Action equal to reaction. And I want you to feel the vibration as it comes back to your shoulder. Okay? Now get ready. Open that shoulder. Relax. Bring up your right hand. Make a soft fist. Follow that fist. Get ready. Up. Feel the vibration coming back to your shoulder. Up. Come back. Down. Down. Up. Follow the hand. Down. Down. One last time. Up. Up. Down. Down. Now we want to use 2 hands at the same time. So follow both hands, okay? And when you reach the end, open the fingers and then feel the force, the energy that is traveling to the tips and come back to your shoulder. Get ready? 1, feel the vibration. 2, 3, 4, and 5. And now back to the steady state, back to the breath, one breath at a time. I know I'm breathing in. I know I'm breathing out. Okay, so there are 2 elements to our exercise, 2 elements that runs through our morning exercise. One is that we don't beat our body into submission. Okay, we don't beat our body into submission. Instead, what we're trying to do is we're trying to um, unlock energy in our body. Okay, unlock energy in the body. That's one. The other one that we do here that runs through the entire hour and a half exercise is always maintain that harmony between yin and yang. Okay, yin and yang. Yang means the sun is the energy that you can visualize, you can measure, right? You can understand. Yin is the opposite. There are energies that we don't understand. Okay, there are energies that we don't understand. Okay, so that's yin and yang. Okay, and then when it comes to the body, yang means fight or flight. That's the sympathetic nerve. Whereas the yin means rest and digest. That's parasympathetic. And so as much as we do the energetic exercise, we need to come back, pay attention to your breath, let the body restore itself. When the body restores itself, then it restore your sensitivity to your stress hormone, the cortisol, right? The cortisol is important. The cortisol is designed to relieve you from inflammation. So if you're under stress 24/7, you lose that sensitivity, and no wonder your body inflames, right? Okay. All right. Now the next exercise, the last of the 3, has to do with the neck, the shoulder, the back, and the internals. Okay. It's a very complete exercise. It looks very simple, but basically it relieves your what is that nerve that I'm talking about? That was in my mind. Somebody knows. It's that nerve, that wandering nerve. Yeah, somebody knows. Yeah. And so it actually starts in the back. Thank you, vagus nerve. Yeah, it actually starts in the back of the ear, runs down to the neck, to the shoulder, to the back, and so forth. Okay, so when we finish with this, then we come back to massage the beginning of the vagus nerve, which is very important for the brain. Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. All right, so now what do we do? Okay, so let's open that shoulder, relax the shoulders, stretch your spine, lean back, and then relax. Okay, now when you do that, you review some energy points here. Okay, one of the one that I talk about all the time is the gate to the cloud. And so now you put your thumb on top of the gate to the cloud, you roll up your 4 fingers. Okay, now it comes in the 4 parts. So the first part is one where you bring up your elbow, you bring up your shoulder, you bring up your entire upper torso towards the ceiling. It's very simple, right? The second part is when you point your elbow back, you open your shoulder as if you're squeezing a tennis ball in your back. The third one is when you lower your elbow, you lower your shoulder, and you relax. The fourth one is when you point your elbow towards the front, you're looking at the ceiling, at the floor, and you're actually hunching your back. You roll up your shoulder like this. You're looking down. Now we're going to go from this to the first one. So you bring up your elbow, you bring up your head, you start looking at the camera again, and then you open that shoulder, you point your elbow back. As you do that, you're looking up at the ceiling, and then you bring it back down, you're looking at the camera again, and then now you go back to the 4th position, which is looking down, the elbow pointing forward. Now we're going to have to coordinate that with some deep breathing. So I want you to close your mouth and then very gently, very steadily breathe in with your nostril. Okay, get ready. Breathe in. Open. Come back down and then breathe out. Breathe in, looking up. Open your shoulder and then breathe out. Breathe in. Raise your body. Open the shoulder and then breathe out. Looking down again. Breathe in. Open and then breathe out. Breathe in. Open the shoulder and then breathe out. Looking down, close your shoulder, hunch your back. Breathe in. Open the shoulder and then breathe out. We're going to do it 2 more times. Looking down, breathe in, open, and then breathe out. One last time. Looking down, looking up, breathe in, open, and then breathe out. And then totally relax, paying attention to your breath, one breath at a time. Okay, so now we're gonna go from the neck up. Okay, so instead of going down, we're gonna go up now. We're gonna learn to massage the back of your neck. Why is it so important that we massage the back of a neck and then at the top? Well, as we age, many of us have to take high blood pressure medicine, right? That's what the doctor does, right? You go to the doctor and you sit you down, he measures your blood pressure, or the nurse does, or the machine does, okay? And then he says, "Oh, you have high blood pressure." So he writes a description, you punch in the computer, and of course you get a prescription, and you start taking the blood pressure medicine. The next time you go to the doctor measures again. He says, "Ah, you're cured. No more high blood pressure medicine." He never asked. He never bothered to ask why. Why did you have high blood pressure? Because high blood pressure is a symptom. It's not the disease. Well, high blood pressure comes from 2 things. One is that simple. You're not getting enough oxygen into your brain. Your heart and your lung are not working properly, so you're not getting enough oxygen into your brain. The sensing organism is right here. Okay, so the body does what the body does. It pumps up your heart, gives it more pressure, so you can deliver that oxygen into your brain. That causes high blood pressure. And when the doctor gives you high blood pressure medicine, it just knocks it out. And now you get even less oxygen into your brain. And over time, you develop these pain in your back and the headache, and it won't go away. So I'm not asking you not to take high blood pressure medicine. I'm asking you to just do some thinking on your own. It says, where is the cause of that? The cause is you're not getting enough oxygen into your brain. So after you do the exercise that we just did, which is to relax, okay? Relax. And now we want to do some massage on the top of the head. There's 3 energy points that we want to massage. The back of the neck right here is called the palm of wind. The second one is right here, it's called the temple. And then the third one is on top of your head called the 100 feet. Okay. All right. Okay. So now, once again, we open the shoulder, relax the shoulder, stretch your spine, lean back, upper torso, relax. Okay. Got that, right? Now you take your 2 hands, you lock your fingers, you put that in the back of your head. You're looking straight ahead. You use your thumb and you touch the back of your skull. You keep coming down until you say, "Oh, that's the bottom of your skull. There's a cavity right here." That is called the palm of wind. Okay. So now I want you to learn to apply some pressure on that with your thumb. And then I want you to lean back your neck to provide some force. Okay. So now this is like pinching the rubber hose when you wash your car to increase the pressure. Just keep pushing that. Hold it. And then relax. Okay, now take the right hand, 4 fingers, put that on the left energy, left side, press it down with the 4 fingers, and then make a small circle to massage, and then grab that tendon and pull it onto the right as if you're opening up the channel. Take the other hand, put that on the right side, push down with your 4 fingers, lean back with your neck, make a small circle, massage, and then pull that towards the left. Okay, now if you want, you can take your right hand using your thumb and the 4 fingers, one on each side, and then just massage. Okay, so that's right below the skull, right? Now in between, okay, there's another one right here in that cavity. It's called the chamber of wind. So you can use your thumb and just massage that. Massage that. Can you all see me? Yeah, I think so. Okay. All right. Now you come back to this 2 point and you travel down a little bit. On the 2 sides of the tendon, you can massage. Those are 2 energy points right here as well. So that allows you to massage. And then now you take your right hand, you reach over to your ear. At the bottom of the ear, there's a cavity. So you massage that. Do the same thing on the other side, the bottom of your ear, massage that. Now you take your right hand, you reach all the way back. Okay, so there's a cavity here, and you massage that. That's called the door, the gate to the wind. And then same thing on the other side. And then one last energy point is right on top of the shoulder. You massage that. Right side, massage that. Okay, so you do that. That allows you to clear the channel. The energy will travel to the top of your head. You might actually feel a little bit of tingling now if you're doing this for the first time. So now what we want to do, we learned how to massage the top of the head. So you take your thumb, you put that on the temple. Okay, don't press it, just leave it there. Then you take the 4 fingers, you put that on your forehead. So there's an energy point here, there's one here, there's one here. So you just learn to massage that all the way to the top of your head, all the way to the back of your head, all the way down to the neck one time. Now don't use your fingernail, use the tip of your finger. Okay, now get ready, second time. Up, back, down. Up, back, down. Okay, with understanding that your brain, the top of your brain, your big brain, is responsible for all your cognitive function. The back is responsible for all your memory, and then the lower part is responsible for your motor functions. And if you are unfortunate, if you're so unfortunate that you suffer from dementia, that's how it goes. That's you lose your cognitive function, you lose your memory, and then you lose your motor function, and then you die. I saw that happen to my father. It's not funny. Okay. All right. So now we're going to learn to tap onto the top of the head. So for those of you who have high blood pressure, this is a good energy point to work on. So you open your shoulder, relax your shoulder, you lean back your forehead so the top of the head is on the central nervous system. But then you tuck in your chin so that this energy point called the 100 meet, where all the yang energy come together, is actually facing the ceiling, facing the sky, and on top of your central nervous system. Okay, once again, open your shoulder, relax your shoulder. Lean back the forehead, tuck in your chin. Now you take your 10 fingers, you put that on top. So there's energy points come to 100 meet. There's actually 4 energy points. And then you just tap 30 times. Get ready. Go. And then you go like this. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. So now we're going to learn to massage the face, but it's not just the face, but it's actually the end point of many of the yang energy. So we're going to start at the beginning of your eyebrow. Take your index finger, sit up straight, put that in the beginning of eyebrow. You can feel a cavity there. You push down with your finger. Again, you lean forward a little bit, so you're putting pressure on that. You feel a little bit of tenderness. Okay, so now you bring your index finger together, you put that between your eyebrow and you massage this a little bit first. And then now you massage the top of your eyebrow as if you're squeezing your toothpaste. Then you take your right thumb, you put that below the eye bag, going from the corner to the tail. 1, 2, and 3. And then you do it the other side. 1, there's 3 energy points, 2, and 3. Now you take your thumb, you put that at the corner of your eye, you move up a little bit so you feel the bone, there's a cavity there, and you press down with your thumb. This is called the bright eye. You push down your thumb, you sit up straight, you close your eye. We're going to do some eye yoga now. You close your eye, okay? And then you turn your eyeball so you're looking straight up, right, down, left, up, right, down, left, up, right, down, left, and then up. Now we're going to go counterclockwise. Left, down, right, up, left, down, right, up, left, down, right, up. And then you open your eyes. Okay? Now you take 2 fingers, you put that at the corner of your eye, and you go gently down to the corner of your mouth. Then you take the 2 index finger, you put that outside, and you apply some pressure. This is called a welcome fragrance. So if you have a sinus, this is a good one. Then you take your 4 finger and you very gently massage the neck. Okay. Now you come back to your center of your palm. It's between your index finger and the middle finger. If you were to take your middle finger, you roll up this. That's the center of your palm. This is the energy point called the chamber of labor. This is actually a very important energy point. You take your thumb, you put on that, and you press in, hold it, and then you go the other side, you press in. This is actually part of the pericardium, so it's actually the mechanical part of your heart. Now you put the 2 energy points together. This is the only energy point in your body that gives out positive energy. And then you focus on that with your mind, and then you kind of gently generate some heat. Now you put your hands together, you make sure you close all your fingers so the light doesn't come through your fingers. Then you put that on top on your eye, but you open your eye, okay? Now you open your eye, you're looking at the darkness, and you're actually receiving the infrared from the center of your palm. You come back, second time, okay, now, okay? Make sure that you're closing all your fingers so the light doesn't come through, the visible light doesn't come through. Then you put that on your eye, only seeing the infrared. You feel the heat in your eye, warmness in your eye. Third time. Make sure you focus your mind on that because you're actually generating positive energy. Then you put that. Okay, and then you put that on top of your temple and you massage your temple. And then you massage the side of your face, massage the front of your face, massage your forehead, massage the top of your head where the cognitive function resides, the back of the head where the memory resides, the lower part of your head where it's responsible for your motor function. You come back, the face will go. Okay, so before we meditate, we're going to massage the ear. So we take the ear, we divide it into 3 parts, upper, middle, and lower. Now, the Chinese believe that this reflects the fetus when you're inside the mother's womb. All the energy points that you have in your body is here, okay? Except that it's upside down, okay? And now, for those who have high blood pressure, I want you to take your thumb and put it inside, as far as inside as you can, like this, okay? Then put the 4 fingers in the back, and then you just kind of massage like this. This is important for high blood pressure. Okay, now you put your thumb in the middle and you massage. Then you take the index finger, you put it inside here and you massage. You come back to the tip, massage the tip. Then you massage the edge. Then you massage your earlobe. Okay, now you take 2 fingers, and you put that behind your ear, and where the ear joins the skull. This is also important for high blood pressure. And you massage that. Then on the left side, you massage that. Okay. All right. So now we're gonna sit. We're gonna sit. We're gonna sit for health. Okay. We're gonna meditate for health. Now, if I were to tell you that in order for you to be successful in growing tomatoes in your backyard, you must have water, and you must have the sun, and you must have the harmony between the water and the sun. You would say, yeah, that's obvious. If you want to have health, good health, and I tell you, you must have harmony between the water and the sun. And you say, well, that makes sense, but what does that mean? So the Chinese believe that we exist within the 5 elements: the sun, the water, the soil in between, the mineral that is in the soil, and then the vegetation that comes out from the soil, the 5 elements. But most important is actually the water and the fire, right? Because it's the water and the fire that cultivate the life inside the soil. So the Chinese believe that the water is the kidney element and the fire is your heart element. And only when you have harmony between the fire and the water that you can cultivate life in the earth element, which is the stomach and the splint. Okay, so that's in the middle. And so you need to have that harmony. And when you're successful in having the harmony, 2 things happen. One is that your mouth is full of saliva. Your mouth is not dry. And so the Chinese call the saliva the jade nectar. It's very important to have saliva because saliva give you immunity and help with digestion. So the Chinese believe that you must be full of saliva. You don't need to hydrate. The body, if it's healthy, will self-hydrate. The second thing that they believe is that you cannot have cold feet. Because if you have cold feet, then the fire element from your heart cannot travel. It's not traveling far enough. Now, if you think about it from the modern science perspective, that makes a huge sense. That makes a lot of sense. Because going back to talk about the harmony between the fight or flight or the rest and digest is you know that when the sympathetic nerve is activated, it creates stress hormone. And then what the stress hormone does is that it shuts down all the functions that the body doesn't need for survival. The one thing that shuts down is the saliva. So when your body is under stress all the time, there is no saliva. And what happens is that when your body is stressed all the time, you, again, as I said before, you lose the sensitivity to your steroid, your natural steroid, which is called cortisol. And your body will inflame. And how can you have good health when your body inflamed? So that makes a lot of sense. So one indicator is that you must have saliva all the time. That's the source of life. Okay. The other reason is that if your circulations, if your cardio functions, if your lung functions are not good, you not only have high blood pressure, you have cold feet because the body prioritizes. It prioritizes all the oxygen into your internals, and then now you don't have enough oxygen into your feet as much as you don't have enough oxygen in your head. Those are the extremities. So when we meditate, we focus on that. We focus on the heat, the warmth that we get on the lower part of our body, starting with what we call the Dan Ten. Ten means feel, Dan means fire. Okay, right here. And then from here, we're bringing the fire to a belly and then let it distribute to the rest of the body. The second thing we do is that we raise the water element to the top of the head so that we can feel the saliva. Okay, so now we're going to learn to do that. Okay, so this is a 1,000-year-old exercise for longevity. So first we must learn how to sit properly. So if you're sitting on a chair, the bottom of your feet should be firmly on the ground. Don't stretch it out. Don't bring it back. Just put it below your knee. Don't hang it. Don't sit so high that they're dangling. Okay, to make sure that your bottom of your feet are firmly planted on the ground. If you sit like I do, and you're not able to sit flat like this, you sit like this. That's okay. Put some pillows. So you're not using muscle. Muscle is fire. Okay, so don't use muscle. Use your skeleton. Then you rest your hand. Okay, and if you have to do mudra, mudra is really more about your health than it's about. It's less about a spiritual practice and more about your health. And when I get a chance, I'll explain that. But you don't actually have to do anything. Just rest your fingers. That's enough. If you must do mudra, don't raise your hand. Put it down like this. Okay. Now the third part is the most important, and I want you to feel the bottom of your spine. I want you to walk up the spine like a dragon will walk on your spine, one step at a time, all the way up to the neck, all the way up to the top of the head. As you walk up, I want you to stretch your spine as if you're hanging your spine onto the ceiling. We sit like the bell. The spine is the clapper, so it must be hanging from the ceiling. Okay, stretch, 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 and then lean back, and then relax. Now, if you can, this is sort of the last thing you do, but I'll mention it now, is that you rotate your hip forward and you lean back. That way you put some pressure on the adrenal gland, okay? The other way you could do that is that after you stretch, you lean forward and then you lean back, but as you lean back, you keep your hip in place. So you're actually leaning back, but the hip is forward, so you can feel the pressure right here, okay? Now, then that's the third. The fourth, it's that seventh part, right? So then the fourth is the shoulder. You open up your shoulder, and then you must relax your shoulder. The fifth is about the head, okay? So as much as we don't use the muscle in the back, we don't use the muscle in the neck. So you lean back the forehead so the ears on top of the shoulder, okay? But now the top of the head is pointing backward. So you must then tuck in your chin so that the top of the head is on top of your spine. The top of the head is where all the yang energy rises, okay? So this is facing the sky, facing the heaven, and it's on top of your spine. So we call that one pillar supporting the sky. The last two part has to do with your eye and your tongue. So relax the forehead, relax between your eyebrow. Relax your eyelid. Think about the baby that are sleeping. They don't shut the eye tight like you think they do. They don't. They relax the eyelid. So when you relax the eyelid, you can actually see through your eyelashes. You can see your knee, your hand, the floor. Don't open your eye. Don't shut your eye. Just relax. Okay. Now the last one is back to the saliva again. So you take the tip of the tongue and you put it right behind here, which is where the teeth meets the roof of your mouth, and you just rest it there. Like curl up the tongue a little bit, and just let the tip of the tongue rest between the teeth and your roof of your mouth. You close your mouth, you relax your jaw. You can immediately feel the salivas, wetness inside your mouth. That's seven part. Outside of the seven part, there's the most important one. This week is Thanksgiving. So I want you to think about all the things that you're thankful for, starting with your own health. Then your family, your parents, if they're still alive, or if they're not, doesn't matter. Be very grateful for them. Grateful to your spouse or your significant others. Grateful for your family. If you have children or you have nieces and nephews, grateful to your siblings. Grateful for all your friends, all your neighbors, all the first line responders. Be very grateful. Let that gratitude rise into your face. Bring that smile into your face. Raise the corner of your mouth. Face the world with that smile. Okay? So now this proper sitting position actually does many things. It puts some stress on the adrenal gland. So you're stopping the stress hormone from being released. You're forcing the salivary gland to be reactivated, so you have plenty of saliva. And now you're ready to sit. And we start by knowing, I know I'm breathing in. I know I'm breathing. I can feel it. I know I'm breathing in. I know I'm breathing out. So now we're going to go from knowing to anchoring. We anchor our mind onto our belly button. Right here. Okay? Now, as soon as I feel that I'm breathing in, I'm going to use my mind as if I'm bringing the belly button all the way across the room. As soon as I know that I'm breathing out, I'm going to take my belly button and bring it all the way as if I'm bringing it to the back. Breathe in, forward, breathe out, backward. What you find is that the body follows. So as you bring your belly button forward, the stomach opens. The diaphragm is pushing down slightly. As you breathe out, you're bringing your belly button backward. You're collapsing your stomach, and you're forcing your diaphragm to be pushed up. That's all I want you to do for the next 3 minutes. Just focus on your belly button, one breath at a time, okay? Just on your belly button now. Breathe in, forward, open the stomach. Breathe out, backward, collapse the stomach. Okay, now I want you to spend the next 3 minutes doing something a little bit different. You don't need to focus on your belly button anymore. You just have to focus on your breath. Your stomach now has some muscle memory. So when you feel that you're breathing in, your stomach actually slightly opens And when you're breathing out, your stomach slightly collapses. It's doing that on your own now, so you can let go. But what I want you to do is, as you breathe in, you stretch your upper torso towards the ceiling. As you breathe out, you lean back your upper torso. Okay? So we're going to spend the next 3 minutes doing that. Let go of your belly button. Just feel your stomach. When you breathe in, the stomach opens by itself. You stretch your upper torso towards the heaven. And when you breathe out, you feel that your stomach is collapsing. Then I want you to lean back the upper torso. Maintain that one pillar supporting the sky posture. Next 3 minutes, okay? Focus on that. Stretch upper torso and then lean back. When you breathe in, stretch upper torso. When you breathe out, lean back. Breathe in, stretch, breathe out, lean back. Okay, we're going to continue. We're going to continue. We're going to go to the next step. Now, as we practice abdominal breathing using the diaphragm pushing down when you breathe in, and the diaphragm is pushing up when you breathe out. It's actually massaging the small intestines. The small intestine is very long. It has a lot of surface area, and it's piezoelectric. So you actually generate a lot of static electrons in your stomach right now. And we want to guide those electrons through our spine by using the chamber between the left and the right side of your brain. Just by thinking about it, that provides a potential, electric potential, so an electron will flow freely through your spine. So how do you do that? Back to the posture, stretch your spine, open your shoulder, lean back, relax, leaving the tip of your tongue at the roof of your mouth. Now, as soon as you know that you're breathing in, I want you to start at the bottom of your spine. Slowly move up as you breathe in. Stretch your upper torso towards the heaven. And then when you breathe out, start at the forehead and let that energy come back to your belly button. When you feel that you're breathing in, stretch your upper torso like we did before, but now travel with your mind from the bottom of your spine all the way to the top of your head. Don't stop there. Let it go as far as you can. towards the ceiling, towards the heaven. And then when you sense that you're breathing out, you come back, starting at the forehead to the bridge of your nose, to the chin, all the way back to your belly button as you lean back upper torso. Breathe in, stretch all the way up to the top of the head and beyond. Breathe out, lean back from the forehead down to the bridge of your nose, down to your chin, down to your stomach, down to your belly button. Breathe in, stretch, move up. Breathe out, come down, back to your belly button. So we call this the wandering dragon chasing the pearl. Okay, so be sure that the dragon is wandering, is free. You're not constrained the dragon. So when the dragon starts at the back of the spine, let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go. Go to the top of the head as if it's entering into the cloud. And then when you breathe out, let it bring it back down, as if the dragon is inside your belly button, inside your stomach. And then you wait for the in-breath, and then you stretch again, bring it all the way to the top of the head and beyond. And you wait for the out-breath. And then when you breathe out again, bring it back in your belly. And what you find is that as you do that, your head becomes very cool. Your mouth is full of slivers because the water element, the yin energy, is riding through your yang channel. And then the opposite is also true, that the yang energy is traveling through the yin channel in the front, back to your belly button. You actually feel warmth in your belly button. Okay, so this requires practice. Just free, relax, breathe in, bring it up, breathe out, bring it back down. That's all. Okay. Okay, open your eyes. So those are the two important metrics for health. One is that you reactivate the saliva gland, and the only way you can reactivate the saliva gland is if you are in rest and digest, because the other opposite side, the fight or flight, will shut it down, right? So that creates the balance between your autonomous nervous system. The other thing is that you make sure that your feet are nice and warm, because it means that your circulation is very good. Okay, so there are two things. This exercise that we just did, this meditation, allows you to do that, right? So you notice that I'm here for an hour and a half, sometimes even more. I don't drink water because my mouth is full of saliva. I'm actually having a hard time making sure that I can swallow and not choke myself with saliva. I sleep with my feet outside the blanket. I turn the heater off, and then I sleep with the feet outside the blanket. My wife thinks that I'm crazy, but I have so much warmth in my bottom of my feet, right? Okay, so that was 1 hour worth of exercise. We just finished part one, okay? So we would alternate, okay? So this week we did joint exercise, and then we did some massage, and then we sit for a total of 9 minutes. Next week we would pair it differently. Next week we would do the breathing exercise, and we would pair it with the finger exercise. So the second part is more or less the same. The middle part is more or less the same, which is the stretching of the neck, the back, the shoulder, and the back, all the parts of your body that are facing the sun. So we're actually cultivating yang energy now. Okay, so we're going to learn how to do that. And we start by taking 3 deep breaths, because again, we want to exercise the diaphragm. Okay, that's the most important part of our existence. All right, so now come back to the body, stretch the spine, open that shoulder, relax the shoulder, lean back the upper torso, and then relax. Take your 2 hands, lock the fingers, put that about 2 fingers below the belly button. This is the energy point called the sea of Qi. This is when you're inside the mother's womb. The material part of the energy comes through the belly button. The energy comes through here. Okay. Now we're going to take a deep breath. And when we take a deep breath, we have to sneak up on the diaphragm. The diaphragm is viscoelastic. So we try to breathe very hard, like sucking air in. It's going to fight you. Okay. So we're going to do very gentle but steady in breath, starting here all the way up to here. Okay. And as we do that, we raise the upper torso. Get ready. Relax. Breathe in. And then breathe out. Stretch. Lock your elbow. Okay. Now unlock your fingers. Stretch the upper part of your arm. Okay. And then use your shoulder to climb as if you're climbing on the mountain. And then come back. Relax. Locking fingers again. Sit up straight. Breathe in. Breathe out. Stretch, lock your elbow, unlock your fingers, stretch upper part of your arm, use your shoulder, climb the mountain, back, breathe in, breathe out, looking straight ahead, climb the mountain. One last time, breathe in, breathe out, looking straight ahead, climb the mountain. And then lock your fingers again, palm facing up, palm facing down, stretch, lock your elbow, looking straight ahead, follow the center of your palm, bring it, and then continue, bring it to the top of your head, and then lean back slightly so you're forming a straight line between your bottom of your spine, the top of your head, and the center of your palm. Then you push, stretch, lean back, hold it, Come back to the middle. Push. Lean to the left. Come back to the middle. Push. Lean to the right. Come back to the middle. Push. Lean to the left. Come back to the middle. One last time. Push. Lean to the right. Come back to the middle. And then focus on the center of your palm. Bring it back down. Relax. Back to the breathing. Anchor your mind onto your breath. One breath at a time. Know that you're breathing in. Know that you're breathing out. Open the shoulder again. The center of your right palm, put that in the left shoulder. Lean back the forehead so you feel the pressure on your right shoulder. Take the left hand, grab the right elbow, stretch to the left, come back, stretch to the right, and then relax. Back to the breathing. Okay, now the next exercise is stretching, and it's about stretching the pericardium. Okay, so it's actually started at the center of your palm to the wrist, and then all the way to the elbow, and then right here, the muscle, and so forth. Okay, so open the shoulder, relax, taking the left hand, palm facing up, the right hand, put that between your finger and your palm, bring your hands down, focus on your left elbow, stretch the elbow, push it as hard as you can. Now use your elbow to push your hand, so you notice that you're stretching the elbow, you're stretching the wrist and the hand, right? Now bring it all the way up to the eye level. Sit up straight, don't turn your body, just lock your elbow and then bring your left hand all the way to the right. Lock your elbow, okay? Bring it back and then relax, okay? So you're actually bending it so you feel the stress all the way to the center of your palm, okay? That's a pericardium. Open your shoulder, relax. Right hand, palm facing up. Left hand, bring it down. Elbow out, lock. Eyes forward. Use the elbow to bring up your hand, stretching the entire arm all the way up to the eyebrow, okay? Now, without turning your body, take the right hand, bring it all the way to the left. Lock your elbow, bring it back, and then relax. Back to the breathing. Very important, right? After energetic, back to the restorative. One breath at a time. Now, the next one is about stretching the back of the arm, which is the triple warmer, and also this part of the neck, okay, which is what we call the longevity tendon. There's three of those. This one, and then also the bottom of the feet. Okay, now open the shoulder, relax the shoulder. Right palm facing up, left palm facing down, maintaining that 90 degree on the wrist. Open that shoulder. Now focus on your right palm, push towards the heaven as if you're pushing the sky up, supporting the sky. Lock your elbow. Focus on the left side, push it down, lock your elbow. Now, taking your right arm, lean back as far as you can, and then turn your head to the left. You feel the stress on your right side. Keep turning until you reach the shoulder, and then keep turning your eye as if you're looking at your back. Bring back your eye, bring back your head, and then relax. Now the other side, open that shoulder, push, lock. Right side, push, lock. Left hand, lean back as far as you can. Turn your head to the right until you reach the shoulder. Keep turning your eye as if you're looking at your back. You feel the stretch on your left side, right? And then now bring back your eye, bring back your head, lock your elbow, and then relax. Okay? All right, so this works on this one and then this one. These are energy lines, okay? Now we're going to work on the spine. The spine coincides with the governing vessel, which is the primary yang vessel. So let's sit properly first. Open the shoulder, relax the shoulder. Entire upper torso lean forward, and then lean back, but holding the hip in place. Looking straight ahead. Put your fingers together, palm facing up. Turn so that palm is facing down. Push until you lock your elbow. Now simultaneously, you focus on the top of your head and the center of your palm. You push the hand down and you stretch so that you're pointing the head towards the ceiling. One up, one down. And then relax. Now you focus on your forehead. You lean back so that you're looking at the ceiling. And then you raise your arm up as far as you can. And then you relax. You're back to your breathing. One breath at a time. Relax. Open the shoulder again. Right hand touching the back. Looking straight ahead so the top of the head is facing the sky. You take your right shoulder and you stretch it up. And then relax. Left hand. Again, looking straight ahead. Stretch your left shoulder up. And then relax. Back to the breathing. One breath at a time. Open the shoulder. Relax the shoulder. Lean, push the hip forward and upper torso back. Right hand, the back of the hand at the lower part of your spine. And then you stretch your right shoulder down and then relax. Take the other hand. You stretch your left shoulder down. Hold it. Take the other hand. Fingers touching, looking straight ahead. Two shoulders. Right shoulder up, left shoulder down. And relax. Try it the other way. Sit up straight. Left shoulder up, right shoulder down. And then relax. Back to the breathing. See if you're huffing and puffing. We don't like that. We don't like the huff and puff. We just like to calm a breath. One breath at a time. If you're huffing and puffing, then your mind is all over the place. We want to be doing rest and digest right now. Open the shoulder. One last exercise called the reverse Buddha. Relax your shoulder. Again, push your hip forward, lean back upper torso. Put the two hands together, the center of the palm touching, the fingers are touching. Fingers are pointing down. Fingers are pointing up. Bring it up. Put that on your spine. Sit up straight. And then now push your palm forward. And then take your shoulder and lean back the shoulder. One forward, one backward. Hold it. Keep up the pressure. Focus on your breath. And then relax. Okay? So that was stretching. All right? Let's just take a minute. Make sure that we're not huffing and puffing. Okay, so now we're going to go to the floor. So let's just relax your knee a little bit, especially when you are sitting on a mat and your knees are kind of tight. So put your hands onto your knee. Your knee is like your elbow. Your heel is like the wrist. Your hip is like your shoulder. Because we used to walk on the floor, right? Remember that? You don't remember that, right? Okay, so put your hands on the knee and go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. The other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now go to the heel. The heel is like the wrist. Okay, right foot first. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. The other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now left foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now to the toes. Okay, so stand firmly. All right, relax. Focus on the top of your head. Push the entire body towards the ceiling so you can stand on your toes. But stay focused on the top of your head, okay? Stay focused on top of your head so you maintain the balance. And when you come down, you impact the heel. Again. Come back. One last time. Come back. Now we're going to kick the right foot by standing on the left foot. It's very important that you stay focused on top of your head, okay? Especially after you kick. Get ready? 1, come back to the top of the head. 2, 3, okay? The other way. 1, 2, and 3, okay? All right, so now we're going to do the Jing exercise. It's the mother of all Qigong exercise, okay? This came from Bodhidharma, I believe around the 4th century, 1600 years ago, okay? Now, it's a very good exercise, especially good as you maintain your stamina as you age, okay? It combines 3 elements. It's good for your cardio, stretching, and muscle building, okay? All 3. Now, it comes in 14 sets. The first one is called Spirit Boosting Palm. It actually sends a shock wave through your spine, all the way to the top of the head, and come back. Now, the proper way to do that is you first take your feet, you put that the same width as your shoulder. Then you rotate so that the toes are pointing inward, like 45 degrees, and you unlock your knee so that you are activating your calf and your thigh, which are the important energy points. Then you open up your shoulder, and then you relax your shoulder. Then it's very important that you put the top of the head on top of your central nervous system by leaning back the forehead, tucking the chin, because you're trying to send a shock wave. Then you take your 2 palms, the center of the palm is facing the earth, and you put that so that it's in the planar position, so that they're not here, they're not there, just right here. Okay. Now, when I say go, you don't go. Don't listen to me. Listen to yourself. You focus your mind onto the center of your palm, and you just push, sending a shock wave through your spine, and then actually coming back. Okay, now get ready. Open your shoulder, focus on the center of your palm. Go. And then relax, back to your breath. Remember now, creating that harmony between the energetic and the restorative. So here, you focus on your breath. 1 breath. 2 breath. Second time, again, open your shoulders, spirit boosting palm. Get ready. Go. And then relax, sending the shock wave through your spine and back. Action equal to reaction. Back to the breath. One last time. Open your shoulder. Go. And then relax. All this time maintaining that your knees are unlocked, okay? So you're activating the calf, right? So this is the opposite of sitting. When you sit, you don't want to use muscle. When you stand, you want to use your muscle, okay? Now the next one is called pointing. Pointing is the same as the thumb. So the Chinese, they're very economized. So thumb and pointing are the same. One is a word, one is a noun. Okay? So you take your thumb and you point it towards your hip without touching. You roll up your fingers, and you take your thumb as if you're hanging 2 buckets of water, and you're lifting the water bending the thumb, and therefore the energy line called the large intestine. So this is good for detox, okay? So again, pointing the thumb, rolling up the fingers, hanging the 2 buckets of water on your thumb, and you lift up the 2 buckets of water, and then you relax without lowering your hand. Focus on your breathing. Second time, lift up, bend your thumb as far back as you can, and then relax. Focus on your breathing. One last time. And then relax, lower your hand, completely relax, focus on your breathing. The next one is more about cardio. So you take your thumb, it's called the beginner's mind, like the baby's mind. You know how they like to make fists. So you take your thumb, you put it across your palm, so you're pressing on these 2 energy points. One has to do the heart, one has to do the pericardium. Then you roll up your 4 fingers, and you bend your thumb inward by applying pressure on your palm. And then you relax without lowering your hand. After 2 breaths, second time, bend the thumb back inward, and then relax without lowering your hand. Back to the breathing. And then one last time, and relax. Lower your hand. Now you take a deep breath. You put the hands together like this. Put it below the belly button. Stand up straight. And you take a deep breath all the way to the right here. Okay, get ready. Breathe in. And then relax. The next one is about the back. The back is the energy lines. There's a whole bunch of them. That has to do with the bladder. So this again is detox. Okay, the bladder, the large intestines. Okay, now you do that by bringing your elbows together. You focus on your back, and you stretch your back, and then you relax. Back to the breathing. Second time. And then relax. And then one last time. And then relax. Now, after 2 breaths, the next one is called a fist on top of the head. So you open your shoulder, you bring your fist on top of your head, you open your hands. Then you roll your fist by 1 joint, 2 joint, lock it with your thumb, open your shoulder, and you squeeze. Once again, it's very cardio. And then relax. Open your fist. You can feel the blood coming back to the fingers when you relax. Second time, open the shoulder, and then squeeze. And then, so you're actually working against your heart right now. After 2 breaths, one last time, open your shoulder, roll your fist, lock it with your thumb, and then squeeze. And then open it again, relax. The next one is called stabbing the shoulder. You're actually working on all those energy points that we worked on earlier, the pond of the wind and all that, okay? And you do that by opening your shoulder. You grab the dagger. Okay, so let me show you what it means. Imagine this is the dagger. You grab the dagger. You point the tip of the dagger on your shoulder. Okay. Okay, get ready. Open your shoulder. Grab the dagger. Point the dagger on your shoulder, and you stab your shoulder. You feel the tightness of the back of the neck? Yeah, and then relax. Back to the breathing. Second time. Open this. Very important that you open the shoulder, okay? Very important that you grab the dagger and point the tip of the dagger onto your shoulder and you stab. And then you relax. That sends the energy to the top of your head. Okay. One last time. Open the shoulder and you stab. And then you relax. The next one is called the cross. You're actually stretching the upper part of your arm, put the triple warmer. And you make a cross. You imagine you have two walls on the side. You start by rotating your wrist. Then you make your fist. You take a deep breath and you push. And then you relax. Second time, big movement on the wrist. Roll your fist, take a deep breath and push. And then relax. One last time. And relax. Next one's called front hanging. Same thing. Lock your elbow, a wall in front. Wrist, fist, take a deep breath and push. And then relax. Wrist, fist, breath, push. And then relax. Focus on your breathing. After 2 breaths, one last time. Push. And then relax. Now, next one is about the muscle. Okay, muscle building. Making sure you don't lose any of your muscle. Imagine you have a bar. You look up, grab the bar, and you do chin up. Okay. Relax. Second time. And then relax. One last time. And then relax. I call the next one ripping the phone book. Imagine you have a phone book here. You grab half and half and you rip it. And then relax. After 2 breaths, rip. And then relax. One last time. Rip. And then relax. Now, every time I ask you to do an energetic exercise, I ask you to do a restorative exercise by focusing on your breath. So your mouth should be full of salivas. If it's not, you're doing it wrong. Okay? So now you want to swallow those jade nectar. Swallow. Okay, now the next one is very important. First, you have to check your knee. Make sure you're not locking your knee. You're activating the calf. Then you put your hands together like this. And you lower your hand, keeping your back straight, looking straight at the floor. Stretch your arm. Then you roll your fist one time. And then back of the hand touching. Focusing on your breathing. And then second time. Back again, focusing on the breath. Back of the hand touching. One last time. Back of the hand touching. Now, again, check your knee. Don't lock your knee, okay? Now, flip your hand, looking at the center of your palm. Take a deep breath without locking your knee. Maintaining the bent knee, okay? And then breathe out. Breathe in. Palm facing forward. Lower your knee as if you're pushing that big rock. Mind, body together. Push. Then you take a deep breath. And then you relax. Focusing on your body, focusing on your breath, taking one step at a time, focusing on the bottom of your feet. Anchor your mind onto the bottom of your feet. As you walk towards your seat, you anchor your mind onto the center of your palm. You adjust your cushion. You climb on top. You focus on the bottom of your butt. As you sit down, you adjust your sitting posture, focusing on the 7 points, and you focus on your breath. We're going to sit for 5 minutes, okay? There are a lot of stuff going on in your body. You're breathing. Energies are running through your body. Electricities are running through your body. All kinds of stuff are happening in your body. Okay, so continue. I got to do something. The dogs are trying to get out. So just give me a second. Just keep sitting. It's Thanksgiving. My son and my daughter, my son's girlfriend, everybody's home. There are 2 of them. Actually, I have 4 dogs and 1 cat in the house right now. Okay, so gotta bear with me. I got another one down there. Okay. All right. They're actually meditators. They're actually from they belong to my son's girlfriend, who's from Thailand, and she's a meditator. And these are meditating dogs. So they only eat 1 time a day. They actually abide to the 5 precepts. They're amazing animals. Okay, say hello. Say hello. Yeah. This one is blind, actually. You see that? 1 eye. He was born blind. Yeah. So he was adopted. Okay. Okay. All right. End the class. So much love, so much happiness. I wish you all with health, with peace, and with love and kindness in your heart. Everything built on gratitude. So be very grateful, especially during this week of Thanksgiving. Okay? All right. So I see you all next week. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye bye. 星期一見嚇。OK。誒，呢個邊個嚟㗎？OK。星期一見。OK。拜拜。
OK，拜拜。